The moment you stop needing everything is the moment that you get everything. It's when everything comes to you. I used to want something so badly to happen that it ended up draining me and it made me anxious. And then I learned to detach. And by detaching, changed everything for me. So this video is discussing that. When you're attached, you're acting out with fear. Like you're attached because you're scared of something. Like you're scared you're not good enough. You're scared that they're going to leave you. It's not going to work out, or you're scared you're going to be alone, or you know, you're scared. So when you're scared, you get attached. With attachment, it repels. Like when you're clingy and you're desperate and you're in that state, you just repel the things that you want. You don't give space for them to be anything else. You just repel it. And I've had many situations that I was so attached to a person, for example, and I would never give space for that person. Like when there was distance between us, then I would be like super clingy, like, where are you? What are you doing? And to them, it was repelling, right? And that's the thing, is like now even thinking about it, like it was like a period that I was into. I was so focused on this person and focused on the outcome of being with this person that I lost myself. And I spent, so much time bending backwards for this person because I was so scared if I didn't do everything that they wanted me to or be everything they wanted me to be, that they would leave. And that's where that attachment was. And what was I scared of? Oh, they leave? Oh, big deal. Now I think that way. But then I was like, if I don't have this person, then I have nothing. And I think that was the thing too, was like I spent so much time focused on this person that when they started pulling away and I started having space on my own, I had nothing to focus on. Like obviously I had my kids and I was always, there for my kids when I had the weeks with them. But I was so like hyper focused on this person. So then when you had the distance apart, I had to like relearn how to be alone and the things I like. Like where was my identity? It was gone because I was just so focused on this one person. And that's the thing. That's what happens when you're attached. And then you overwhelm them. And then they're like, well, you're getting off this energy that you're desperate and that this is like, if you need me this badly, like, it just pushes them away. It pushes opportunities away too, right? When you want it so bad. And detachment, it doesn't mean you're giving up, but it just means that you're giving up control. When you detach, you're no longer controlling the situation. You no longer care about the outcome. And when you do that, it's an amazing thing because no matter what happens, if that person now, detaching from that person, if that person leaves my life, that's fine because I have a whole life. I have hobbies. I have so much going for me. I have goals. I have, my YouTube channel. I have my dog, my kids, which I still had then, but I'm not hyper focused on this person. So if they leave, I know. And I also know that if one person leaves, doesn't mean I'm going to be alone forever. That means something better is coming. So when you think that mindset, you don't attach to things because you know that whatever the reason that they leave, there's a reason, and that something better is coming along because it always does. And that's the same with jobs. You get fired from a job. Any job that I left or in the past when I was a, young adult, I have gotten fired. And guess what? I always got better. I always got better jobs. Always. And even now I'm making better money and I have a better job. It always works out for you. It does. But when you detach and when you're not focused on like the outcome of things, your energy is like a magnet, right? So you attract what you give out. So if you're giving out and you're being in that desperation, you're giving that. You're attracting that kind of desperation. And when you're calm and you're grounded and you're confident, you attract that. You are what you attract. So when you're in that state of like attaching and you're in that, you give out that you're not, like, why would people want to be around you when you are so in need of them, right? People want to be around people who know who they are. People want to be around people who give off good energy. And when you're in that state, not saying that it's bad energy, but it's like when you need and you're attached to someone, you give off a neediness. And that is not, to be honest, it's not an attractive quality. And it's not a quality that makes somebody want to, like, it's exhausting if you are having that put on you, that energy, that like you, like, I'm so important to this one person that they can't have any sort of life unless I'm in it. Like, they don't have hobbies, they don't do anything, they're just so focused on me, right? And that's what happens when you're attached to someone. When you detach, though, and you have your own hobbies and stuff, people are like, oh, what is she doing? Ooh. And they're more curious to know what you're up to and to hang out with you, because you're this interesting person who has their own life and their own goals and dreams and hopes, and you're not hyper focused on things. It makes that person more flexible too, right? Because when you're attached to something, you're so distraught when that thing goes, or that event happens that it didn't go the way. Like, maybe you're attached to how an event should appear, and then it realized, like, you go on a trip and you miss your flight or something, and then you're spiraling because of it. When you're detached, you let things go. You let things kind of roll off your shoulder, and it makes you a more flexible, intriguing person. When you're like obsessing over things, or obsessing if things are going to happen or work out, you delay it. You delay your manifestations. You slow it down because you're constantly like, oh, did it happen yet? Did it happen yet? Did it happen yet? It will happen when it happens. You can't control the timing. That's why you gotta let go, because you don't know when things are gonna happen. Things can happen like that. You don't know. And when you are so hyper focused on that and obsessing over that, then you delay it, because then you're coming from a energy of neediness. And when you come from an energy of neediness, you just push it away. Like, you're not ready for this. You need to become the person you need to be able to hold these things that are coming to you. And if you're not going to get them. And the only person, well, it's not even a person, the only thing or energy out there that knows when things are coming is the universe. And you don't know that. So don't control it. You don't know when things are going to happen. You need to shift your focus inward. You need to become the person who can hold these things that you want so badly. Like, I know that there's certain things in my life that I wanted so badly, but I was just not the person to hold it. And I'm glad those things that I wanted so badly didn't come until now, because I knew this, I would not be able to hold it. I would not be. So the relationships I have, the friendships I have, like, I have friendships where I'm like, if I met them like 2 years ago, I would not be able to keep these friendships. Actually, I don't even think they would have occurred. You know, you have to become the person that can hold these things. Otherwise, you'll just let go of them. You'll let go of them by self-sabotaging them, by not being able to be the person that can have these. So you need to shift inwards. If you want something super badly, the first thing you do is you look inwards and you see, what type of person would I need to become to be able to hold these things and to attract these things naturally, because they will naturally come to you. They will naturally, the more you focus on yourself and your goals, the more your goals will align, and those things will come to you. Job offers will come to you, opportunities, creativities, opportunities, so many things, friendships, relationships, everything will come to you, because the universe wants you to have everything. You just got to trust it and keep working on yourself to get it. How to practice detachment? Well, basically, detachment is just pouring your energy into yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. It's basically all it is. Just, you let things go. You don't hold on to things, you just let things go. You have no attachment to things. Things will, come and then they will go. Money comes, money goes. And that's the natural flow of things. And that's how you detach. You just don't focus on anything but yourself, your own life. Stay in your own lane. Focus on becoming the best version of that you want to be. If you have a dream to be, I don't know, for example, because it's where I'm heading right now, start a YouTube channel. If you want to do that, then you just start doing things. Like, you start recording videos and you post them, and then you continue to do it. You just be consistent. And that's how opportunities will naturally open up for that. I mean, I'm still at the very beginning phase, obviously, but I know that if I am aligned with it and it's meant for me, it's going to happen. I don't have to hold on to the outcome of it happening. And if it doesn't, honestly, like, I'm happy because I enjoy just doing it. And even if I reach one person, that's one person I helped. And I'm happy with that. That makes me happy. I just let go of any other opportunity that could come from this because I'm not focused on the outcome. I'm just focused on how it makes me feel and what the main goal is. And the main goal is to reach one person. And I feel like I already done that. So hopefully. But yeah, that is how you practice it. You focus on yourself and you trust the timing of things. Like, the universe knows, is the only thing that knows when things will come to you. Like, you don't know when you're gonna get everything you want. Like, I can go to bed tonight and maybe nothing happens in my YouTube, but then one day I go to bed and then something does happen and I wake up and it's where I was hoping it would head to, right? Like, that's the thing, is you just don't know when things are gonna go. But that's another thing too, is like, when you're focused on timing, right? Like, you assume that it's gonna happen, let's say in the next 3 or 4 months, and it doesn't, then you get discouraged, and then that you might quit because it didn't happen. Little did you know that if you went 6 months further, that it did happen, right? Like, you don't know. You just don't know the timing, but you just keep focusing on yourself and what you want and what makes you feel good and what works for your life. And that's how you practice it. It's not detachment from desire. It's detachment from the outcome. So, like, you can still want things, but you just don't need them. Like, it's great that they're here, but if they're not, then that's fine too, right? It's being very focused on what the outcome is. Like, for example, like saying, like, I'm writing my book and stuff. Like, when I started, it was never like about making money off of it. It was honestly just because I enjoy writing it. And I think once I started hyper focusing on getting it published on a certain time so I can possibly make money off it, took the fun out of it. Like, it wasn't enjoyable. And then it became less about me and more about like what I was hoping people would like. In the end, it's my life and it's my creative project, and I like that there's bits of me in it. And I feel like when I start focusing on what could be of the outcome, it takes the fun away and the enjoyment and parts of me from the story that I'm writing and creating. So I always have to remind myself that it's not about the outcome. It's just enjoying the process of doing it. Signs that you are attached. Whew. Well, signs are hyper focusing on the thing or the person or the place of the story. Also over analyzing, obsessing over it, giving too much energy, feeling burnt out. All those things are like, showing that you're attached. I think can be very attached to stories too. Like, there's certain stories that I constantly play out over and over and over again. And I'm like, I need to let those stories go so I can make space for new stories. Like, I actually am not that person. I experience those things, but that doesn't define me of who I am. And I think I just got, as we all do, get very attached to stories. I think a lot of them were my childhood stories that I was very attached to. So learning to let go of those just makes space that I can actually be something different, that I actually don't have to keep telling and repeating the same thing of how I was hurt that way. And that it actually is now, with a completely different perspective, a different story I can tell now. And the other thing too is, like, when you detach, it looks like, what detachment looks like is journaling and, going in and working on yourself and focusing on yourself and wanting things but not needing it, and knowing that you're already whole without those things, because everything you want, you already have. Right? And it's all about realizing that, because once you realize that you have everything, you don't really need anything, right? And that's the beauty of detachment. It's like, I have everything I need. Like, you know what the funny thing too is like, I can record this video and I enjoy it. I'm having fun doing this, and it doesn't matter if anyone sees it, because I enjoy it and it makes me feel good. And just doing that, like, I don't even think I could go backwards of not recording videos. I actually really enjoy it, even though I'm not really getting anywhere with it at this moment. But I think that's the whole point of it. Like, if I think about what I want to spend my time, my minutes, my seconds doing in my life, this is one of them. Because I actually enjoy it. And that's detachment. It's just enjoying your life and focusing on yourself and becoming a better version of yourself and doing things because you actually enjoy it and not because you could benefit from it. So yeah, that's my video of detachment. If you do like the content though, I'll be posting every Monday, so please hit subscribe.